Welcome to Wednesday's yoga. We're going to do a flow class today, and remember, for modifications, always bending our knees if we need to. It's nice to see everybody. First of all, we're going to remember about our dynamic stability. So our toes are spread out on the mat, our core is engaged, we're aligning our spine, lowering our shoulders, nice knee bend, and hinging at our hips. We want to remember how we're feeling, think about our breathing and our body, letting go of competition, judgment, or expectation, and just being in the moment. I think a lot of us probably need a little bit of relaxation, and a lot of people have been sitting on the couches for a long time, so this is going to help elongate and stretch our muscles out. Our first move is we're going to reach up to the sky, bend at our knees, hinge at our hips into a scarecrow arm pose, and we have moved into moonflower. Reaching high, exhale as we go down, inhale as we go up. Really feeling the elongation of our spine, stretching our spine out. Few more times. Shoulders are back, core is engaged. And this time now, when we reach out, we're going to hinge at our hips, bend down as if we're picking up a pile of flowers and throwing them up into the air, because we've moved into our sunflower. Really feeling the stretch at our lower spine. Reminding ourselves when we're doing this, we don't have to be on a yoga mat. We can be on a rug, we can be on a floor. And now alternating between moonflower and sunflower, or just choosing one, whichever is feeling good. Maybe our lower back is tight and sunflower is stretching our lower back out. And finding ourselves into mountain pose. Moving to the end of our mat, we're going to bend at our knees, hinge at our hips, and raise our arms up into chair pose. Nice. Here we go. So this is our mountain one phase. This is our warm-up phase. Just a few more chair poses. Finding yourselves in mountain pose, reaching our arms up high, forward fold, nice big bend in our knees, starfish hands on the mat. That means our fingers are spread out. We've just moved into swan dive, slowly coming up, arms reach for the sky, hinge at our hips, big bend in our knees. We are just warming up. A few more swan dives. And one more, reach up, forward fold, big bend in our knees, starfish hands, stepping back with our left foot, stepping back with our right foot into downward facing dog. Arms are along our shoulders, our knees have a nice bend in them, and now we're just going to be lifting our heels up and down. Lowering our knees onto the mat, folding our chest onto our thighs into child's pose, placing our forehead onto the mat. Trying to get our sit bones as close to our heels as possible. Back onto all fours, lifting our right arm and our left leg up into spinal balance and lowering our arm and leg, lifting our left arm and right leg into spinal balance and lowering. And just alternating, trying to keep our hips facing the floor. So if we had a tennis ball on our lower spine, it would be staying on our back. Core is engaged. And good. Finding ourselves back onto all fours, moving into cat-cow. Starting at the bottom of our spine, arcing our back up, lowering our head. Our head is last to move. And then once again, starting at our lower spine, arching our back up, head is last to move into cow. So cat, lower spine all the way up, head last to move, and then cow. Feeling one vertebrae at a time being stretched. Finding ourselves back in neutral spine, walking our knees back into kneeling plank or modified plank. Lowering our elbows so they're along our ribs into crocodile. Lowering our chest onto the mat, looking up into cobra, pushing off the ground, back into child's pose. Lifting up off the ground, modified plank. Lowering into crocodile. Holding it, making sure our elbows are along our ribs, lowering our chest onto the ground into cobra, and continuing with this flow for a few more times. Pushing up off the ground, and one more time, back into child's pose. Modified plank, lowering into crocodile, lowering into cobra, looking up, pushing off the ground, moving into child's pose. Good. Moving now back onto all fours, folding our toes underneath, pushing our hips up to the sky into downward facing dog, feeling the strength in our core, our feet are rooted to the ground, stepping forward with our right foot, stepping forward with our left foot. Nice deep inhalation as our arms will reach for the sky. Moving our hands back to our sides. We're going to move into our sun salutation. We want a nice deep inhalation, forward fold, placing our hands, starfish hands on the mat. I'm just going to turn so everyone can see me. Stepping back with our left foot, stepping back with our right foot into downward facing dog. Arms are along our ears. Shifting our weight into plank. Lowering into crocodile where our elbows are along our ribs. Folding our tops of our feet onto the mat, straightening our arms, looking up into upward facing dog. Folding our toes underneath, pushing our hips back up to the sky into downward facing dog. Stepping forward with our right foot, lifting our chest into forward lunge. Placing our hands by our right foot, stepping forward with our left foot. Nice deep inhalation. Lowering our arms, hinging at our hips, bending at our knees into chair pose. Nice. Good. Nice deep inhalation, forward fold. This time stepping back with our right foot, lifting our chest off of our thigh into forward lunge. Placing our hands by our left foot, stepping back with our left foot into downward facing dog. Shifting our weight into plank, lowering into crocodile, laces down. Looking up into upward facing dog, folding our toes back underneath, pushing our hips up to the sky, stepping forward with our left foot, lifting our chest off of our left thigh, arms are along our ears in forward lunge, placing our hands by our left foot, stepping forward with our right foot, nice deep inhalation, lowering into chair pose. We're going to do this flow a few more times. Nice deep inhalation, forward fold, stepping back with our right foot, Lifting our chest off of our left thigh, arms are along our ears, placing our hands by our left foot, stepping back into downward facing dog, shifting our weight into plank, lowering into crocodile, laces down, straightening our arms, looking up, upward facing dog, folding our toes underneath, lifting our hips back up to the sky into downward facing dog, stepping forward with our right foot, lifting our chest off of our right leg, forward lunge, placing our hands by our right foot, stepping forward with our left foot, nice deep inhalation, exhale into chair pose. And one more time, nice deep inhalation, exhale down, stepping back this time with our left foot, lifting our chest off of our right thigh, placing our hands by our right thigh, stepping back into downward facing dog, shifting our weight into plank, lowering into crocodile, laces down, straightening our arms into upward facing dog, thighs are off the ground, folding our toes underneath, pushing our hips up to the sky, stepping forward with our left foot, lifting our chest off of our left thigh, arms along our ears, placing our hands by our left foot, stepping forward with our right foot, nice deep inhalation, exhale into chair pose. Good, our sun salutations are completed. Now we're going to move into our workout phase, mountain 2, lifting our arm up high, lateral flexion, and lowering, lifting our right arm up, and down. Chest expansion, we're going to grab behind our hands, behind our back, roll our shoulders back, push our chest out, and forward fold, chest expansion. Slowly coming back up, releasing our hands. Nice deep inhalation, exhale as we forward fold, starfish hands. We're going to step back with our right foot, lift our chest off of our left thigh, arms along our ears, and forward lunge. We're going to concentrate on making sure our arms are along our ears, that we have a nice deep bend in our front knee. Feeling the strength in our legs rooted to the ground, our core is engaged. Keeping our arms along our ears, we're going to lower our back heel so we have a 45-degree angle to the side of the mat. Arms are along our ears. We've moved into warrior 1. Maybe we can challenge ourselves and go a little deeper. Challenge makes life interesting. All right, a little deeper. And now turning our back toes to the side, lowering our arms to shoulder height, looking over our left shoulder into warrior 2. Nice deep bend in our front knee. So we're straightening our left leg, trailing our left hand down our left leg into triangle. Try to be as flat as possible, so if we were against a wall, our body would be straight against the wall, our core is engaged. Some of us might be just going to here, and that's okay. Slowly bringing our left arm back up, placing our hands by our left foot, stepping forward with our right foot, nice deep inhalation, and exhale. Now reaching our right arm up, lateral flexion, and lowering. Lifting our left arm up for lateral flexion, and lowering. Grasping our hands behind our back, pushing our chest out, rolling our shoulders back, forward chest expansion. Feeling the nice stretch in our hamstrings and glutes. Slowly coming up, releasing our hands. Nice deep inhalation. Exhale, forward fold, starfish hands. Stepping back with our left foot, lifting our chest off of our, up a bit here, Off our right thigh, arms along our ears. Nice deep bend in our forward lunge. Can we go a little deeper in that lunge? Let's try it. Remembering to breathe, inhalation and exhalation. Keeping our arms tight to our ears, we're going to lower that back heel once again, 45-degree angle with our toes to the side of the mat. Nice deep bend in our warrior one. Lowering our arms, turning our toes to the side of the mat. Nice deep bend in our front knee for warrior two. Straightening our right knee, trailing our right hand down our right shin, and once again as deep as it feels good. Slowly trailing our left hand back up, turning, placing our hands by our right foot, stepping forward with our left foot. Nice deep inhalation and exhale. Moving into our balance phase. We're going to do our tree pose. With our tree pose, our foot can be below or above our knee, and that's what we want to concentrate on, as well as it's better to have our knee out facing the sidewall. So if that's the only way we can keep our knee facing the sidewall is with below the knee, that's our better choice. So once again, nice stable leg, nice bend in the knee. Holding hands to heart, hips are open. And if we want, we can bring those branches up to the sky. Some of us might be having a windier day than others. Slowly lowering our hands to our heart and releasing our left foot, joining our right foot. Bringing our right foot, so nice, stable leg, toes are spread out, knee is slightly bent. Bringing our leg above or below our knee. Holding our hands to our heart. Hips are open up. Nice strong tree poses. Core is engaged. Bringing our arms up to the sky if we choose, or we can be keeping our arms at our heart. And slowly lowering our hands to our heart and releasing our right foot down, letting it join our left foot. Now we're going to move into our eagle pose. We're going to have our right leg as our stabilizer, nice deep bend. With our eagle pose, we can choose to have our foot here. We can have our foot here, or we can wrap our foot around our leg, whatever our body is feeling like today. So stabilize our balance, nice strong core, nice strong legs. Choosing here, here, or wrapping around, wrapping our left arm around our right arm. The tighter we can put our glutes and our quads and our hamstrings, the more stabilization we'll have. And out. Right foot, stabilizing our left, wrapping, or however we're choosing. Left arm, wrapping our right arm. Out. Good. Moving into mountain 3, which is our cool down phase. Nice deep inhalation. Exhale. Forward fold here. This time our legs might be getting closer to straight, but always a slight bend in our knees. But now that we're a little warmer, this might feel a little better. Stepping back with our left foot. Stepping back with our right foot into downward facing dog. Our heels might be closer to the ground now because we're warmer. Always a slight bend in our knees. Lowering our knees to the mat, holding our chest onto our thighs, placing our forehead onto the mat, into child's pose. And now we're going to move our knees out to the outside of our chest, so we're in wide-legged child pose. The most important thing is we're trying to get our sit bones as close to our heels as possible. Lifting up off the mat, onto all fours, just stepping forward with our right foot, lifting our chest off of our right thigh, and just feeling that stretch in our hip flexors. Seated lunge. Lower our hands to our right foot, stepping back, lifting our left foot forward, lifting up, feeling that. If you want more of a stretch, we can push our hip bones forward a little more. Placing our hands by our left foot, stepping back, lowering our left hip onto the ground, straightening our left leg, straightening our right leg into forward seated straddle and reaching forward. Once again, however it feels good when we're stretching it. Slowly bringing our chest back up. Bending our left leg and right leg into butterfly. Some of our butterflies might look like this, some of them like this, and some of them might be a little tighter into our body. Some of us will be able to put our knees almost right to the ground. Once again, feeling good, a nice stretch. Bring our knees together, turning our toes to the front of our mat, placing our hands north-south or nails pointing to our toes, lifting our hips up into tabletop, and it's as if we could keep a plate on our stomach and it would not fall off. Nice and strong core. And lowering down, placing our peace fingers on the inside of our toes, kind of shifting our weight so we're on our sit bones and shifting back into half boat pose. This is going to take core strength to allow us not to fall backwards. And if we choose so, we can straighten our legs into full boat pose, or we can stay in half boat pose. Moving back into half boat pose, releasing our toes. Slowly lowering one vertebrae at a time, bringing our knees to our chest and hugging our knees to our chest. Letting go of our legs, once again taking our peace fingers, moving our knees to the outside of our chest. Grasping the inside of our big toe with our peace fingers, capping off our toe with our thumbs, and we've moved into happy baby. And releasing our toes, arms by our side, one foot on the mat and the other foot, lifting our hips up into bridge pose. Turning our left hip onto the floor, straightening our left leg, folding our right leg over our left leg, placing our left hand on our right knee, bringing our right arm out from our shoulder and looking over our right shoulder into spinal rotation. Releasing our right knee, turning our hips back onto the mat, bending our left leg, bringing our right arm in, pushing our hips back up to the sky in bridge pose, turning our right hip forward, straightening our right leg, folding our left leg over our right leg, placing our right hand on our left knee, placing our left arm out from our shoulder and looking over our shoulder. And bringing our left arm in, releasing our left knee, straightening our left and right leg, placing our palms facing the sky. And we're going to close our eyes, and our last move is called Savasana. I'm going to guide you through Savasana, so we're just going to stay lying on the mat, and we're going to close our eyes. As I guide, I'm going to come up. We're going to relax the arches of our feet. As we're relaxing, we're going to physically relax and mentally think of relaxing the body part that we're relaxing. So relaxing the arches of our feet, relaxing the muscles around our ankles. Think about the muscles around our calves and relax them. Eyes are closed, our breathing is in and out. Relaxing the muscles around our knees. Relaxing the muscles in our thighs and our hamstrings. Nice deep inhalation and exhalation. Letting our stomach and pelvis go however we feel, if it's in or out, whatever, just comfort and relaxation. Thinking of the muscles around our shoulders and our arms and relaxing them. Relaxing our chest muscles. Moving into our neck, maybe moving our shoulders away from our ears and relaxing. Relaxing the muscles around our mouth and our cheeks, and we're relaxed. We're going to picture that we're sitting on this nice warm beach and we're watching the ocean moving back and forth. The waves are lapping gently onto the shore. And it's sunset time, so the sun is just about to disappear over the horizon. The colors of orange and yellow and red are all about us. Very peaceful and quiet. And we're relaxed. We're all going to stay in our Savasana relaxation pose for as long as we would like. I hope you enjoyed your yoga today. Namaste.